Hey guys, TecTimmy here. So in this video, I am excited to be unboxing the latest addition to the Amazon Echo family of smart speakers, the Echo. Hey, that worked, pop. Hey, that worked, pop. I'm not actually sure how I feel about the design. I've seen a few videos on YouTube that basically unbox and set this up and configure it. And I said, you know what, you're really not going to know until you get one for yourself. There's kind of a weird blue color one that wasn't a big fan of the color. I'm working on changing my Echo theme in my living room here to basically switch to lighter colors throughout the living room. I've darker colors in the bedroom. So I went with the lighter color. This one I believe is Glacier White. And again, the design is interesting, and what we'll do is I'll take it out of the box and we'll compare it to the overall look and feel of the latest ECHO dot. So yeah, without further ado, let's just take a quick look at the packaging. Standard Amazon packaging, of course, and they do a great job with these who devices. So voice control from many rooms, hands-free, full sound smart speaker, ask Alexa to play music, dim compatible lights, blah, blah, blah. So it'll do pretty much anything that your other speakers will do. So it's Bluetooth compatible, hands-free with, she who shall not be named. And there's an interesting addition on the top of, or I should say a subtraction on the top of this device that we'll look at in a minute. And I'm kind of curious in terms of why Amazon did that. But anyhow, we have, the microphone on-off button is still there. And then the in-app privacy controls, which is, a concern for a lot of you out there, I know. Generally speaking, if you have a strong password set on your Amazon account, you're not going to run into too many problems. So without further ado, I have my Epic unboxing knife on standby here, but let's get this puppy out of the box. Ooh, that's some pretty strong tape there. So let's see. And I've done so many of these now, my knife is starting to get a little bit dull, but okay. All right, so right off the bat, I will say that I do like the lighter color, and that's going to go good with my theme here. So I went with, I believe this is Glacier White, I believe is the color. And then, so here's the interesting part of this, but we'll get to that in a second. I'm just going to take this out. I'm going to get the rest of the stuff out of the box first here. So let's do that. So we'll set that aside. And then we have our power cord, of course. And I believe this is a 15 watt. So standard, similar to, the Dot and some of the others. And for this one, the white cord fits. I noticed that Amazon's been shipping a white cord with most of their devices, even the darker colored ones, which is somewhat annoying. I think I'd rather have the cord match the device. So Amazon, if you're listening, why not, right? And then ample cord per usual, which is pretty cool. And then this guy just plugs right into the back of here, just like, any other device. So very simple to sort of get this connected. And that's essentially it for hardware. They do provide some nice documentation in the box. And I noticed that, hopefully I have it as well. So this is, I believe it's the legalese document here. Indeed, it is in a bunch of different languages. So we'll set that aside for now, not important, but they upgraded their documentation with this model, which I think was overdue. So let's just open it up for kicks here. And yeah, so the microphone on off is this button in the middle here. So that will basically mute the device so that you can't interact with it, which, if you have multiple devices like I do use that from time to time because I don't want especially when I don't want the devices tripping over each other. And then we have the volume down, volume up, obviously. And then the light bar on the Pop is also different than on the Dot. So it's what do you call it? Maybe just a fraction of the circumference of the device. So nice and small, and there's a way to actually adjust that light in the ALEXA app, which is cool. Also on the top, you have 3 microphones for listening, which is also, I believe, is also an improvement. And then the angle of it is kind of neat. It's smaller than, so here, let's pull the Dot up next to it right now. So it's kind of like they just hacked off part of the Dot. They didn't like that part to make it a little bit smaller, but I like the fact that it's angled and it's basically facing you, which will hopefully make the interaction a little bit smoother, which is cool. But compared to the Dot, you can see it's roughly about the same size, a little bit smaller, so a little bit of a lower profile, and it'll sit nice in a corner or what have you. I'm gonna put it, I think maybe I have a mock fireplace here. I'm gonna set it up there in my living room and I'm going to hide the wire behind it. But yeah, so that's what it looks like compared to the dot. Definitely a little bit of a design change, something new, and I'm super curious as to get this going and see what the sound is like, particularly compared to the dot. But for today, just an unboxing, and I will do more videos on this guy for sure in the future. But so that's side-by-side comparison, and then so if you know, in terms of the top of the device, what's missing is the action button. So that's this guy here, which you can basically press that and say the wake word. And if you don't want to shout across the room or whatever, or you just, you just want a convenient way to light up the wake word, this will do it. This does not have that capability, but I think you can tap it instead to achieve the same result. I know that you can tap it to silence alarms and things like that, but I'll leave some more information down in the description if you're interested in learning more about that feature. But yeah, so that, the overall design is good. And then to get back to the document, so this is what I really like a lot. So it's here. So about the light bar. So I get a lot of questions in terms of what the different light rings mean. And with this page in the document, I think Amazon basically nailed it, right? So blue means that she who shall not be named is now listening. Red means the microphone is off. Orange is the device is in setup mode, of course. Purple is do not disturb. Yellow is a notification, which I get all the time because I'm always getting packages delivered here. And I get notified about them. And when this little ring glows yellow, that means that you have a notification. And then green is an incoming call. So you can make calls on this device as well, which is very cool for such an inexpensive little speaker. So yeah, so that's essentially it in a nutshell. I just wanted to get this out of the box and show you guys today, but I'm excited about getting this set up in my living room here, going with my new lighter colored theme. This one is I believe a blue, some type of a blue dot. But again, lighter, I'm going with all darker colors in the bedroom and lighter colors out in the living room. So this will help me achieve that. So for today, yeah, just a simple unboxing video. Hope you got some value from it. If you did, if you wouldn't mind, just give me a quick thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And please follow, like, and subscribe for more on everything Alexa. And I hope to see you in the next video. So for now, TecTimmy and the Echo Pop signing off. See you in the next video. Cheers.